We've made it to the third stage of Keena's trials, LETO. Intel continues to flood in around what Keena has been planning, but now we're getting a glimpse of how Kelso's colleagues reacted to a change of allegiance. Heading towards the downtown West District, the agent's first target is the World's End control point. While the compound was overrun with hordes of outcast fanatics, the agents got straight to work cleansing the area. After the attack, and then the eradication of several waves attempting to take back the area, Anna could be heard over the comms.
A natural healer, LETO. Let's see if you can earn the respect of the deathless gods.
Next, Keena's trials would direct the agents towards multiple high-value targets that could be found roaming the streets within the district. It wouldn't take long to find the first one. Following the path of destruction, they would quickly catch up and eliminate the threat.
LETO, since you eliminated Termite, we need a new healer. Are you up to the challenge?
You got the target.
While hunting down the next target, the agents were made aware of another facility being used as a stronghold by the outcasts.
You're not immortal, LETO. Don't forget to bring an extra med kit.
Heading towards the south of the district, the agents stalk the next target. Mowing down hordes of hostiles, they would eventually be confronted by the target, who just happened to be some big burly fellow taking a sledgehammer for a walk. After toying with him for a bit, Anna would once again be heard over the comms.
You're dead.
LETO, you fascinate me. You fight to protect your community, while destroying another, because Isaac tells you to. Claire was right. Isaac really is not very sophisticated.
Target neutralized.
Now, the agents are able to move on to the final target. Located within the worksite community, they waste no time in making their way there. After getting lost a couple of times and completely forgetting which door to open, regardless of how many times they've visited this area, they would eventually catch up to the target.
Damn it! Take this!
I'm glad you're starting to see the truth about your fearless leader, Manny. And there's only one more test you need to pass. Nix. Before I can tell you about Diamond.
You got the target. Nice.
She didn't do anything weird to you, right?
What do you mean weird?
You know, like, inject you with anything. Drugs, a tracker.
You have got to stop talking to Vic.
Seriously, other than the scan and the vitamins, did she give you anything? Did anything else happen that I should know about?
Yeah, actually. Every day, I would black out for like 8 to 10 hours.
Really?
Yeah. It's called sleep, Manny. You should take your own advice and go to bed.
I'm just trying to understand what happened so I can help and keep us safe.
You want to help? Stop talking and give me a massage. Help me sleep so I can keep growing this human inside me.
You're right. You sure Nat didn't replace the baby with an antenna or a bomb?
Okay, that's enough Vic conspiracies. You really need to find some new friends.
We haven't heard from Manny in a while, and this new group of intel seems to be bringing us up to date with what he and Mari have been up to. This particular one is from not long after we rescued her, where Manny is asking some pretty ridiculous questions around what happened to Mari while she was in Natalia's care. The funny thing about some of this is that these were some of the outlandish theories that came from the community shortly after her rescue. Mari just mocks him though, and stands by the fact that Natalia did actually treat her quite well.
We found a note, but no idea where she could have gone.
She'll be okay. You know that woman can't be killed. She's too stubborn to die.
Yeah, I'm just worried Vic might be right.
You really have to stop listening to Vic. Go visit John or help Mel on the farm. Vic is not a good role model.
I know, I will, soon. I need to find out what happened to Kelso first.
Well, ask Jack and Wally if they can check the mobile shade server. Or have Birdie access Black Tusk's comms. They're probably looking for her too. And if she is a hunter, they're probably talking about it.
I tried. They've been quiet. Since White Oak, the comms have all been really quiet. I guess they took Birdie's security breach seriously.
The Black Tusk have gone dark. That's funny.
I think I preferred intercepting their shit-talking. It was oddly comforting, but now, it's just a black void with no intel, and the mobile shade server is picking up intel about Keener and some place called...
That's weird.
Yeah.
The server data is normally useful, right?
Yeah, in hindsight. But I can't make heads or tails of these comms. I mean, does Isaac want us to go to...
Here's where it should start to get a little interesting. A lot of people have been asking about how Manny would have reacted to what happened with Kelso, and it looks like we're about to find out. Manny seems to have become quite tight with Vikram, which is surprising given that everyone knows what he's actually like. Our use of the mobile SHD server to grab information around Natalia and Calvin McManus has been shut down since before Agent Brian Johnson outed himself as being the recruiter. So there is no luck in pulling any information from here, other than bits and pieces around Keener and a place called Redacted, which seems to be pretty clearly talking about the now non-existent Silver Creek. I'll expand on this a little more soon.
Fuck!
Okay, let it out. Let it out, it's healthy.
How the fuck could you do this to us?
Hey, you don't know what she's doing, okay?
She's coming to D.C. with them!
Yes, that is correct.
They are the most dangerous people on the planet!
No, they're not, Manny.
Who is more dangerous than Aaron fucking Keener?
Calvin McManus, Natalia Sokolova, Birdie, Mel, Dr. Summers, Vic when he opens his mouth, Daddy Douglas, me if you keep screaming like that.
Oh, I'm sorry, I've given up so much time and energy and I trusted her. This whole time, was she working with them? Was everything we did together a lie?
Hey, of course not. Kelso is complicated, but she's not a liar.
She's ex-CIA. You never know.
Yeah, she is ex-CIA because she's too fucking honest, and when she sees something wrong, she fixates on trying to fix it.
You're like way smarter than me, aren't you?
Oh, honey, of course I am. This isn't about you. This is about Faye and Diamond.
Diamond?
Yeah. Faye's mission. She was after Diamond. Kelso's been obsessed with figuring out what Diamond is.
Well, that's Sokolova's favorite shape. And Claire has a project code named Diamond.
So, maybe that's what all of this is about. And because your comms are compromised, she's coming home to talk to you because it's not safe to share what she's found.
When did you get so optimistic?
Oh, it's the hormones. You know you can't trust pregnant women. We're all emotional and irrational and forget everything.
I like you pregnant. If it's possible, I think you're even more focused and intelligent and sexy.
Okay, mister. Okay, if you're gonna start something, you take the battery out of your comms. Eva's right. The Black Tusk know way too much about our sex life.
Good God, we've never heard Manny this upset before, even when they first abducted Mari. In case you missed it, this is where Manny has obviously just found out about Kelso teaming up with Keener. He also talks, or screams, about Diamond. As we learned many months ago, not in game time, Diamond is one of the 3 systems produced by Ortiz Robotics, alongside Anna and Isaac. The main difference being that Natalia didn't want an AI with Diamond. We can see this on all Black Tusk tech, as well as their uniforms. Kelso is working with Keener to break down this system and level out the playing field. On top of this, Manny mentions Claire Ortiz, so we know they are aware of Claire. Will we be hearing more about her in the current storyline? The question has always been, is she still alive? And if so, where is she? It sounds like she is still kicking around, and is most likely sitting in one of Cal's or Nat's bunkers. As much as we need Bard and Schaefer to wake up, she should be our number 1 target. She is the real key to taking down the Black Tusk. As a side note, kudos to the voice actors here, especially Manny. This was a well acted out piece of intel.
Keener thinks I don't know what he's doing.
Do you know what he's doing?
Not really.
Do you want to know?
Not really.
Do you think it would make a difference if you did know?
Honestly, probably not.
Okay. So what do you want to do?
Invent a time machine and go back to 2015 and shoot Gordon Amherst in the head.
Cool. So in this alternate timeline, you're in jail for killing a random professor, and I'm in Florida reintroducing Dolly to the Gulf after an oil spill and hoping she doesn't die.
Something like that.
Well, we never would have met. And this little girl we're making wouldn't exist.
You're gonna be such a good mom.
And you could be such a great dad, if you learn how to let go of the shit you can't control.
It was about time we heard from Manny, and his reaction to Kelso jumping into bed with Keener was exactly the response I was expecting, if not better. You could be forgiving for wondering where these comms are going, but we do need to look at these in a different way. Remember that Heartland would be nearing completion by now, and some of the intel coming through Descent and now the main storyline, these would have absolutely blown minds as we got closer to release. Unfortunately for the team creating this content, several months earlier, this wasn't to be. While I'm happy to finally hear from Manny, I feel like a large part of the comms recently no longer have the impact they would have once had if the Heartland title was being proceeded with. So I can't help but feel a little disappointed when hearing some of these. The Keener trials he is running us through feel a little lackluster as far as gameplay goes, but the story at least is filling in some of the gaps since Warlords of New York. But we only have one more before this season is finished, so we'll have to wait and see what the conclusion brings our way. Also, I'm very aware of the new voice lines coming from Manny this season, after completing bounties, but at this stage I don't see these as significant, just an update to lines we've heard since day one of The Division being released. If I'm wrong, I'm sure we'll be finding out soon, but right now I see them as more of an exercise to bring the dialogue more up to date with the player agent's current standing with Manny. I'll wrap this one up for now, but I have a ton of Descent comms to overanalyze, so I'll be seeing you soon. Extremis Malus, Extrema Remedia.